Hey, what's up guys, welcome to the 18th Selenium WebDriver tutorial. Again, my name is Abhilash, and in the previous tutorial we have seen how we can make use of different locating methods in Selenium WebDriver in order to find the web page elements. So we have seen how we can make use of ID, class name and the CSS selector, in which we can specify the ID or class name, or if these attributes are not specified for a particular HTML tag, so we can make use of the other attributes based on that HTML tag. That is, in the last tutorial we have seen for this particular input tag we used the attribute named as the title, that is the hint that is displayed when we hover over the input tag. So basically in the last tutorial there was some issue regarding the CSS selector, but after restarting Eclipse it was resolved. So there was some unknown reason for that particular issue, but the format of the attribute and value pair is the same as we have seen in the last tutorial. So if we see again, we can quickly type the attribute and value pair in the Selenium IDE in order to find the attribute and the value pair. So the tag is the input, so basically CSS equals input, that is the tag name that we have to specify along with the open square brackets. And since we are using title in this case, so title equals inside single quotes we have to paste the value of the title and then close the square brackets. So basically if you click on find, you can see that the password text box is being highlighted in yellow. So basically that's the way we can make use of the attribute and value pair in order to find the web page element using the CSS. And similarly we can make use of the same locating method, that is the right hand side of the CSS, in the CSS selector method in Selenium WebDriver, and basically we can send the keys. So let's execute this. So basically it will open the web browser, and in the login page, as you can see, it has typed the password in this case. So basically that's the way we can make use of different locating methods in Selenium WebDriver. So let's just quickly go through the script that we have written till now, and let's just clean up some of the code. So basically we have seen the very first thing that we are supposed to do is we need to set the property in order to make use of the browser, the required browser. So in this case we are making use of the Mozilla Firefox browser, so we have to make use of gecko driver and provide the path of the gecko driver dot executable file that we have saved in a local directory. And then the next thing is we need to initialize the driver object, that is the WebDriver interface, and basically this is the driver object that we are going to use in our Java program. And there are different methods, or you can say functions, that are related to this driver object that we can use. So basically this is nothing but this is your browser instance that you will be working with during the automation. So this is the Firefox driver instance. And then the next thing we have seen is how we can set the dimension. So by default it will set it to full screen on some systems. So basically you can just set the size, that is by initializing the dimensions to the required width and height of the browser. So we have seen how we can set the width and height, and in order to apply to the driver instance that we have assigned, we need to make use of the method called as set size, which is inside driver.manage.window.setSize. So this is the sequence of methods that we are supposed to use in order to provide the dimensions that we have defined, and it will set the size of your web browser accordingly. And the very next thing that we have seen is how to make use of the get method in order to pass the URL to the web browser instance, so which will open the web page for you on the web browser instance that is opened by the Firefox driver. So basically that's the way you can open the URL. It can be any URL. And the next thing we have seen is how we can maximize the window. So since the height and width was 600 into 500, we can maximize the WebDriver, or you can say the web browser instance, by using the sequence of methods, that is driver.manage.window.maximize. So this will just maximize your browser to the full screen. And the next thing we have seen is how we can find a particular web page element and click on it. So basically the find element method will just find the element for you based on the locating method of the web page element. So in this case we are making use of id. So basically whenever you are going to locate the web page element, we are supposed to use the by class that is provided by Selenium WebDriver, and then followed by the locating method, which can be id or class name or css selector, or it can be a name too. So basically that's the way we can find the element, and after finding the element we can perform different actions, such as you can click on that particular element, or if it is a text box then you can send some particular data. So using the send keys methods we have seen how we can pass a particular string to the input text box. So basically that's the way we can automate using the Selenium WebDriver. And in the upcoming tutorials we will be looking into the different methods and what are the different features that Selenium WebDriver provides us. So that's it in this tutorial. We'll catch you guys in the next tutorial. Have a nice one.